Hey guys, today I want to do a little video. It's something that I've had something in mind, and of course one of my follower who I follow on Twitter and on social media suggested me an idea. So I don't want to say his name, but I just want to say thank you to this person because I want to make a wee video, just a wee topic. This is not like a rant video. This is more like how I feel about this person. Today I'm talking about Kathleen Kennedy. Before I start, I just want to say this now. This has nothing to do with me hating on Kathleen Kennedy or trashing on her as a person. I know she's a great film producer. I know she has done better things in the past, in her prime with Steven Spielberg and George Lucas back in her prime. I just want to talk about how I feel about her running in as a president as Lucasfilm Studios. And also, I'm not one of those grifters online on social media, Geeks and Gamers, Nurtureholic, Quarton, and all these other idiots online who just rant and rave about her so much to the point of want her dead. This is just me give my own personal opinion on her. Now, like I said, I'm not hating on Kathleen Kennedy. This is me trying to be respectful, but also be a bit on the negative side on her. Because, as you guys know, Kathleen Kennedy as the president of Lucasfilm has been a mixed bag for me personally, because she hasn't been the best when it comes to choices and direction for Star Wars, because since when George Lucas sold his baby to Disney back in 2012, which is like nearly 10 years ago. 10 years ago, think about that, 10 years ago, when George Lucas sold his franchise away, and of course, he passed the stories to Kathleen Kennedy, making Kathleen Kennedy as the president of Lucasfilm. So we're kind of like, okay, let's see what she does. Yeah, and of course you heard the whole George Lucas, how Disney treated him about his treatments, and they go in a different direction with the Star Wars, with the sequel trilogy, with different stuff, which that's here and there. I'm not going to go into details on that. That's another time discussing about that. But let's talk about Kathleen Kennedy. So far, from what I've known, she is a great film producer. She's been in Hollywood for past decades now. No, I got nothing against her. I do think she's a nice woman. I haven't met her personally, but I do think, from what I've seen, she seems like a nice person. I know many people treat her as she's a liberal SJW, or she's a feminist, she's this and that, or this or that. But I do think my biggest concerns about her, I don't think she's the right person for Lucasfilm. Reasons? Well, for one, she's not a big Star Wars fan. I'll just say that now. I would mostly... One of my followers said that. She's not the biggest Star Wars fan. It's pretty obvious. She's just doing it because she's a friend of George Lucas. Which, don't get me wrong, I do get his point is, but I just think she just think, okay, what should I do? There's no what do I do with it. She just kind of go with the flow. She just went, do her own thing. Especially when it comes to the sequel trilogy, where there's no concrete plan, which again, I don't want to trash on the sequel trilogy. I'm not doing that here. So if you guys are expecting me rant and rave on the sequel trilogy, you're not going to get it here. I'm sorry. No, just no. Look for that. Go to Geeks and Gamers or Nurtureholic or anyone at all who hates on the sequel trilogy. Do that. Anyway, back to Kathleen Kennedy. So, yes, as I'm saying, Kathleen Kennedy is not a Star Wars fan. You could say, oh, why didn't George Lucas hire Dave Filoni? Dave Filoni could have been the president of Lucasfilm because he is a Star Wars fan. He knows George very well, and of course he's done the Clone Wars animated series. And of course he worked with Jon Favreau in the Mandalorian series and the Book of Boba Fett, and of course he did Star Wars Rebels. So he's done quite a lot of stuff. He could have been the president of Lucasfilm in a certain degree. You are correct. I'm not disagreeing with you on that one. But the reason why Kathleen Kennedy's president because she's a friend of George Lucas, as I previously mentioned. But the sequel trilogy, like I said, has no concrete plan, and it basically just says, throw everything against the wall, what sticks. Force Awakens came out, people say, oh, so much like a remake of or rehash of A New Hope, such and such, such and such. You heard that story before, I don't go into details. Then Rian Johnson came in and said he wants to do a different direction for the sequel trilogy for Last Jedi, and Kathleen Kennedy said this to him, do whatever the hell you want. I'm not caring. Just do whatever the hell you want. Just go with it. Go crazy. And Rian Johnson goes, okay, let's do this. I'm going to tell my own story. I don't care a crap what the Force Awakens set up. You see what I mean? Kathleen Kennedy just goes completely unpredictable, or should I say, very questionable choices when it comes to Star Wars. She's picking in projects and let go in directors, and just because of different vision or a different style when I go for it, because one director has this vision to go with Star Wars, and of course it wants something changed, it wants something different, it wants something new or something dip style, because due to creative differences, that's not what I'm looking for. But Kathleen Kennedy, I don't think she's the right person. She just found one director and then bring that director in. That's the same thing happened in the sequel trilogy. J.J. Abrams comes in for Force Awakens, yep. Ryan Johnson for The Last Jedi. Contraval comes in, and of course, Gareth Edwards for Rogue One, and of course, Christopher Miller and Phil Lord. Is it? No, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, that's it. The guys who did the Lego movie and the Lego Batman. Those guys, the funny dudes. And basically what they did, they've done a good job. But X-Men, Kevin Kennedy says, when the two directors directed Solo, Star Wars story, he went, oh, no, sorry, get rid of you guys. Okay, get Ron Howard in. It's creative differences, sorry, I know it's filmed during production, just get another director in. And of course, Ron Chappelle's about to do episode 9, write a script, and then this is what I've seen for the leaks, looks actually legitimately good. Then when I think it was around time when The Last Jedi coming out, it says, oh, okay, fire Colin Trevorrow, okay, nope, yep, yep, that's it. Okay, get it, J.J. Abrams in here, okay, just fix up, because The Last Jedi is a Devices movie, just fix it. Because it is kind of obvious, Kathleen Kennedy has no clue what she's doing. Again, I'm not trashing on her for doing a bad job, but I just don't think she's the right person for Star Wars. And let's not forget, I remember I seen this on D23 where she's we talk about Indiana Jones 5 and of course the upcoming Star Wars projects that's coming to Disney Plus. Basically, Harrison Ford was confirmed, well, rumored, I don't know if it's actually confirmed, but he's going to be in the MCU. He's going to replace William Hurt as Thunderbolt Ross in the MCU for Captain America, New World Order, and of course the upcoming Thunderbolts movie. Let me say this now. Kathleen Kennedy has said to Harrison Ford and Kevin Feige, or Kevin Feige himself has not to announce that Harrison Ford is to be confirmed to be General Thunderbolt Ross in the MCU. That's legit what happened. Kathleen Kennedy told Kevin Feige, do not put Harrison Ford on stage talk about him appearing in the MCU. See what I mean? Kathleen Kennedy should not have done that. She should have let Kevin Feige introduce him to the MCU, but no, he says, no, we're not doing that. It's a joke. It's a total joke. Now, look, I don't want to compare, it's a bit of a hard comparison, because if you look at Kevin Feige from the MCU, say what you will about the MCU now with recent releases like She-Hulk and Thor Love and Thunder, or Doctor Strange, or Internals, or whatever you think of the MCU Phase 4 and the Multiverse Saga, Kevin Feige at least stick to his guns and doesn't listen to the haters who didn't like this or listen to that. He stick to his guns and stick to his word. Kathleen Kennedy, when someone in Star Wars didn't like something, Kathleen Kennedy goes, okay, we need to change this, we need to fix this, we need to fix that. Okay, let's change that. Fire that director, because get this director in, because he can fix this. Do this, do that. Yes, you can say Kevin Feige did the same thing, but Kevin Feige stick to the vision. Well, yes, do some creative differences with certain directors, but at least he stick to the guns, stick to the vision, what they want to go for, without causing fan reactions or just negative thing go through their heads. Let's just say that politely. Again, Kathleen Kennedy, like I said, I'm not hating on the woman. I don't disrespect her. She's a great film producer. She has done great things in the past, and I know she's a nice person. But I just don't think she's the right person for Lucasfilm. She's not George Lucas. She is not Dave Filoni, and she's not Kevin Feige. She's just a film producer, worked with Steven Spielberg in her prime. I just think she's not the right person for Lucasfilm. I think she needs to go. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying it in the more well-mannered, but also being honest about it. But again, Kathleen Kennedy, she's just doing her job, but I do hope one day soon when she gets removed from Lucasfilm, and hopefully we get Dave Filoni or someone who likes George Lucas in Star Wars, basically the whole Star Wars franchise. But again, that's another topic for another time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and of course I will be doing maybe a MCU ranking again. I did phase 1, but I want to start again, get a fresh take on it. So that's my general thoughts on Kathleen Kennedy as a person and also a film producer. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.